We have a facility that has picked Flagler County over all other the counties in Florida, the Northeast Florida region and the Northwest. They picked Flagler County.
A new addiction treatment center is coming to the former Flagler County Sheriff's Office Operations Center in Bunnell. Flagler County Commission Chair Joe Mullins broke the news on WNZF's Free for All Friday. Dr. Duke Vinson, who is associated with a now closed drug rehab facility in St. Augustine, tells WNZF he's seeking to open the inpatient facility at the building that the Sheriff's Office abandoned following mold concerns after several employees fell ill.
That was a building that was presented to us out of many that was available, and we already bought it or in contract with. It was from a private seller.
Vincent didn't disclose the price Healthcare Alliance of North America, based in Georgia, paid for the building, but said it was in the millions. Vincent says the new facility will be able to treat up to 60 patients per day. He adds the venture is expected to bring up to 100 jobs to Flagler County.
We're very selective on where we open up because we want to have commitment from the community and a need to open up. And Flagler County went straight to the front row when it came to the need and commitment by everyone. Joe, city manager, the county manager, the sheriff, and it has been unanimous. And we were all impressed as a company, and which really pushed us forward because we had other projects we were thinking about, but the one that we knew and we really wanted to do, and we know that we can make a huge impact in the area, is Flagler County.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
The new addiction treatment center that's coming to the former Sheriff's Office Operations Center isn't the only game in town. The minister who runs the Grace Community Food Pantry in Bunnell also runs Open Door Reentry and Recovery Ministry, dedicated to helping those with substance use disorders turn their lives around. Pastor Charles Solano says the program relies exclusively on community support, including tax-deductible donations from Flagler County residents and businesses.
Doing residential recovery and welcoming people to come to our facility for healing from the ravages of addiction. And we, deal with the jail ministry there. We make ourselves known that way. We do take people that are just off the street, but we want them to detox first, things of that nature. But we've seen a great reversal of behaviors. I don't care what kind of person you are, what you're suffering from, there's hope for you. And what I like to say is that we have a 100% success rate for those that apply the program to their lives.
Open Door Reentry and Recovery Ministry has been in operation since 2013. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Amy Cherry.
On Saturday afternoon, the Flagler County Sheriff's Office ended their on-site excavation of human remains at the Tuscana construction site. Throughout the excavation, the team recovered about 90% of a human skeleton, which was turned over to the medical examiner. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley said finding almost the entire skeleton will allow the medical examiner to use DNA or dental records to identify the person and hopefully the cause of death. The candidates for Flagler County School Board District 1 make their pitch ahead of the primary election during a forum hosted by WNZF and the Palm Coast Observer. Challenger Sally Hunt is a former teacher in the public education school system in both general education and exceptional student education,
and says that's not the only thing that qualifies her for the board.
One of the things I think makes me unique here is that I also have had a really successful career with multiple Fortune 500 companies like Walmart Home Office, like Nike. And so the perspective I bring is not only understanding what the role is of the teacher and what it's like in the classroom, but also what our students need so that they have a running start when they graduate from Flagler County schools.
Incumbent Jill Woolbright says her transparency and fiscal responsibility are just two of the reasons to re-elect her.
What you see with Jill Woolbright, no matter where I go, I am not a chameleon, and I'm not trying to be sneaky and show anything different than who I am so that you as a voter know who you're voting for. I will make sure that we watch the budget because we had to trim $5 million this year from our budget. And if it doesn't directly impact student learning, then that's what we'd have to trim.
The entire candidate forum, along with other past forums, can be streamed on the Flagler radio app. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Rich Petchke.
Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley gets a new title. It's a first for Flagler County, and with it comes more responsibility.
During the recent Florida Sheriff's Association semi-annual meeting of Florida's sheriffs held in Orlando, Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley was elected by his fellow sheriffs the vice chair of the board of directors. It's the first time in the Flagler County Sheriff's Office 105-year history that a Flagler County sheriff has been elected as the vice chair of the Florida Sheriff's Association Board of Directors.
I serve in this volunteer position for the next year, working with the chair of the board of directors in making sure that we have the laws and the tools that sheriffs need in the state of Florida with the legislature.
Sworn in by Governor Ron DeSantis, Sheriff Staley has served on the FSA Board of Directors for the past 2 years. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Is there a recession or is there not? That's a question many are asking these days. Either way, how is Flagler County tourism affected?
Amy Lukasik with Flagler County Tourism said on a recent episode of the Business Report that she had to go back into history to see what tourism might look like now.
In 2009, our tourism development tax was down by 15%. And then I looked at the following year, and we were back up 15%.
Lukasik also said that tourism jobs survived the early recession as well.
The percentage of tourism jobs in the county remained the same, 13% during that 2009-2010 period. 13% of total jobs in Flagler County were tourism related, and that remained the same.
Lukasik said that in Flagler County, a tourism job could be considered somebody who works in accommodations, restaurants, attractions, and in our case, arts and culture. The Business Report's on WNZF on Saturday mornings at 10 and on the Flagler radio app anytime. Tomorrow, Flagler County ranks high in Florida tourism. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.